All right, here's the highlights from the last Biscuit Live in case you missed
It's
it.
also very aerodynamic.
In your lonely flat, turn the speakers up. Life's a scream, then you fade to black.
An effort to reach out to people who are going through the life that we all go through. And it's not like we have an individual IT guy, unless you're independently wealthy and can just call someone and say, Smithers, call the IT person. Don't have that option. You can't make this shit up. It's real life is funny as heck if you allow it to be. Now, it's irritating as hell sometimes when you're going through it, but I try to find the humor, and that's how I don't lose my freaking mind. You know, depends on your opinion on that, you know, jury's out, so to speak. But when you have 3 left gloves, you know, the kind of tech gloves where you can still, and I went to the effort to purchase these gloves, right? 3 sets of them, in fact. I know that because I have 3 left gloves. Now, why do I have 3 left gloves? Well, if things were chaotic and they just walked away, but why all the right gloves? That's curious. It doesn't matter. Point is, looking back, I allowed myself to be in a situation where A, someone was taking the right gloves because they thought it was funny or devious or deviant, whatever. Or B, I had my head so far up my arse that I could not keep track of my right gloves for some reason. Either way, not good. Point being, looking at myself, I'm not blaming anybody for that, except that it is what it is. I got 3 left gloves, and that's what the song is about. When talking about, let's talk about dealing with difficult people real quick. Because we all come into contact with them, and there's those degrees of it. And it also depends a lot on us. Because we do attract energy we give off. And if we concentrate, I get in this mode, I hate it. You know, you get 5 or 6, it's a little like water torture. They'll drop on your forehead. You got to tune it out. Bad things will happen. You know, I lost a dear friend of mine, a mentor, last month, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. Unexpected. Still hurts, but he would not want to dwell on it, and I have to, you know, be aware of that. And I'm a little more sensitive. You know, I had a friend I couldn't get a hold of for a couple of days, and I was kind of worried because that's what happened the last time I lost Maestro. So, being aware of your own well-being and centeredness, you need to be sensitive to that too, because what you bring is what you get back sometimes, right? Number 1. Number 2, when you, even if it's dealing with a cashier or a relative or a friend, a dear friend, you may not know what is going on in their life at that moment. And so you have to be difficult. You have to be aware that you're not perceiving more than there is. You don't know if they just stubbed their toe or, you know, just lost their leg or just found out whatever. They're going through difficulties like we all do. People will tell you who they are over time with their actions. And I had it down to a really concise phrase. Let me see if I can get it back to that. If you have to tell me who you are, it's only because you haven't demonstrated who you are by actions. If you're going to be who you are, you don't have to tell me. I'll know. People who tell you they're going to do something, okay. A lot of people say we all want to. I'm not saying they're lying. I'm saying they don't have follow through for whatever reason. They may be, you know, working on fumes too. Bless them for that. Don't get frustrated with them. Just realize that's someone that you can't deal with because they're not going to be able to walk the walk. When someone tells you who they are, believe them by their actions only. And more importantly, here's the most important part. We are judged by our actions too. And if you have friends or relatives who, in hindsight, project a different angle of your history that you know, you're not being subjective, it's totally off base and without factual support, cut them off. Those people have told you who they are. You put the sidewalks where people walk. Their paths are right before you. If they've done it 2 times, they're going to do it 3 times. Don't be surprised. Don't put your arm in the shark tank. I used a Risky Business as an example. In Risky Business, Tom Cruise plays Joel. He is a fluent kid in a very wealthy Chicago suburb. What is Joel? Joel is a lamb. He gets to go graze. It's there. It's right there. He goes and eats, sleeps, comfort, right? Wolves can't graze. How do they survive? They have to eat lambs. Do not blame a wolf if it eats the lamb. And the point I was trying to make to him was also learn from my mistakes, because I was trying to help the wolves. Dumb. The wolves will eat you eventually. You realize the mistakes you've made in life. It's the same way I became a good trial lawyer. I made mistakes, but I learned from them because I never wanted to make them twice. Now, in life, I have made mistakes more than once, more than twice, more than 50 frickin' times. But I'm clawing out of all of those things that we can change. And when you grow as a person, you realize the people that were around you have changed too. But sometimes you have to take an inventory and say, who is bringing positivity, mutual support? Are you the kind of friend that if they call you, you drop everything when they really need you? I have been to a lot of people. And it's not quid pro quo, I don't expect anything back. But when that person is always needing, and then and you can't count on them for anything, that's probably time to go ahead and they need to move on. This was good. TSA's most unusual finds of 2025 include turtles and a bra. I hope it wasn't a snapper. Yikes. And be careful of anyone who has all the answers and who's never wrong. Because one thing is certain, they're friends.
Life's a scream, then you fade to black, got you beat down.